how to enforce your contracts. Well, number one step that I really want you to do when you have a contract is read your contract and understand your contract. Make sure that when you have a contract in your business, that it's not just something that you downloaded and you have blindly just inserted or inputted all the information if it was a template, or if you have it from a lawyer, that you haven't just taken it from the lawyer and just giving it out to your client without really truly understanding the contract and understanding what it means. Because number one, you have to be effectively communicating this contract with your client, and you cannot do it if you have not read it, and you cannot do it if you do not understand it. So it is so important to read and to understand. You don't want to be told by your client or by any other third party that, hey, this is what your contract says, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that, because your policies don't work that way, your operations don't work that way, but your contract says it. So it is absolutely going against the grain of your business, but you have to now stand by it because it is in your contract. Number two, make sure your contract is aligning with your business practices. So these number one and number two, these are things that you need to do in order to prepare to enforce a contract. If something is not aligned with your business practices in your contract and your business practices say something else, you're going to have friction. And the friction will start from you saying, wait, you can't do that. And then all of a sudden you realize that, oh gosh, my contract permits this third person, whether it's a client or whether it's a vendor, whether it's somebody else, another business partner of yours, it permits them to do a certain act or lack of an act because the contract permits them. So read the contract, understand the contract, and then also make sure that the contract is aligning with your business. And when that aligns with your business values and the operations and the systems, you're going to have less friction with your contract and with the third person that you are working with. Number three, so now you're in a conflict. What do? Sometimes you go back and forth on email, or you'll have a phone call with somebody and you're trying to resolve it. Well, your contract should actually tell you what to do. That should be part of the contract. It should outline giving you a step-by-step process on how to handle conflicts, how to handle issues or disputes that are coming out of that business relationship. And so you want to confirm that that process aligns with the way your business runs, and it aligns with the way that you would want to figure out how to handle this problem, whether you're giving refunds or whether you're not giving refunds, or whether you're saying, hey, give me some notice, like give me a proper notice in order for me to know that there's something wrong, and give it to me within XYZ days of the actual problem or dispute at the time that it happened. So that way people know the process and they're giving awareness of it, and they're giving awareness to you. So you have time to cure the problem. But then you can also go back and refer to your contract. Your contract should be giving you the step-by-step process on how to do it. It should give you time to cure the problem, time to remedy the problem, and it should also give grace to all the parties as well to fix the problem, and to also allow you or the other party to say, you know what, we will allow this one time, the next time this is not going to happen. So allowing yourself the waiver of waiving an issue, but next time not losing that right to enforce the contract if you need to. Number four, after you have gone back to your contract and you've referred to your contract, what you can do when there's a dispute that arises is that copy paste that portion of the contract that applies to maybe the dispute itself, and also the process in which you need to resolve the dispute, and send it to the person that you are having this issue with, and tell them, hey, listen, this is what the contract says. This is how we're supposed to be resolving it. So let's do this. And so you have a step-by-step process of how to do it. Number five, memorialize everything that you are writing and talking, right? So why and what does that mean? So if you're having a conversation with somebody on the phone and you know that this could be something that a dispute is coming out of, if there's something brewing in the back, or there's already something that you know about, having a conversation on the phone is wonderful, but I need you to create a follow-up email to that conversation to memorialize that conversation. And it should happen sooner than later, because it is showing your direct information and your reflection of the conversation, and then you're writing it and you're sending it out. That way they have a chance to read, review, and if they have any discrepancies, they can reply back. But also you will have the memory fresh in your mind, and you can quickly write it down and send it out as this is a recap of the conversation that we had. These are the things that we discussed about. This is the stuff that we're going to be thinking about. These are our positions. This is our action items, whatever. Write it down and memorialize it so you have a record of that conversation now, and it's not just a he said, she said thing on the phone.